Hi, friends. So, today I want to share with you about the current phase of my healing journey and what I'm working with right now, and specifically about a medicine that has been incredibly healing and amazing that I'm continuing to work with currently. So, let's just back up a little bit. A couple of months ago, I was feeling like there was a new healing modality, something that I hadn't tried yet was trying to come to me, and I had the feeling that it was being blocked. And I ended up finding some resistance in myself, that there was a part of me that was actually not ready to heal yet. And once I released that part and declared to the universe, I'm ready, show me what it is, let me know what's here for me, then this medicine, the signs came to me that day pointing me towards this medicine, and the medicine is Kambô, which is a medicine that comes from a frog, a poisonous frog that lives in the Amazon rainforest. And these frogs live up in the canopies of the rainforest. And this poison is actually collected by massaging the frogs and collecting this poison off of them. And the indigenous people of the Amazon rainforest have been using this medicine for ages and using it to treat all kinds of conditions, and also to strengthen and invigorate them for hunting and for other things. So this medicine is very intense. It is definitely a warrior medicine. It's not for the faint of heart. And I'm going to tell you all about it. So how is the poison administered? So the Kambô practitioner will make some openings in your skin by burning the very top layer of your skin. And they just take off the epidermis, just a very, very small layer, and make these holes. And then after the gates, these things are called gates, after they're opened on the skin, then the practitioner will tell you to start drinking water. And you'll drink about a half gallon of water, which is an incredibly huge amount of water, up to a gallon of water even, before you take the medicine. And so you drink all of this water, which is a massive feat. It is kind of intense. And then once you've drank the water, they will administer the poison. And so they'll take these little globs of this poison and put it actually onto those gates. And you can actually see right here some gates from the last ceremony that I had. And so they'll put on the poison, and within a couple of minutes, you're gonna feel it. It starts sweeping through your body. You can feel this heat and this kind of like intense, maybe like stinging or hot sensation going through your body, and you can really feel the poison sweeping through every cell of your body. And this medicine is about release. It's about purging. So this medicine sweeps through your body and it clears whatever needs to be released. To me, it felt like it was just cleansing out the trauma and the toxins and the poisons and things that have accumulated in our bodies. So it really helps to dislodge physical trauma from any kind of trauma physically from your body, so that we can do a lot of shadow work. We can do all kinds of practices to release this trauma and to release these energies and thought patterns and behaviors and things that aren't serving us. But also they get physically lodged in our bodies, including ancestral trauma and childhood trauma and all these things that become locked in the cells of our bodies. And this medicine literally sweeps through your body and physically dislodges this stuff. And so as it sweeps through, you feel this rush as it's sweeping through, and then you'll begin to purge. And the purging phase of this medicine usually lasts about 30 or 40 minutes. And you will be purging out one or both ends. And, there's a lot of water coming out. And the medicine works with all of that water that you've drank to pull all of the toxins out of you and into that water. And then you purge out the water. So the purging process is pretty intense. It's not that you're continuously purging for 40 minutes. It's more like you purge and then you sit and feel pretty uncomfortable and feel the energies just opening to the experience, allowing the sensations, and then you'll purge, and then it'll continue like this. And yes, it's very intense, but something really beautiful about this medicine is that, so I guess every plant medicine or medicine, right? Every spirit medicine has a spirit, has an essence. So if you've ever worked with any plant medicine, you'll know that each medicine has a different energy and a different spirit that's with you. And the spirit of Kambô is extremely nurturing and loving and gorgeous. So even while you're moving through the intensity of this purge, you feel so held by the medicine. It is so clear that this medicine is doing something amazing to your body. So it's not as harsh as it seems. And as well, often these ceremonies are conducted in a very ceremonial and beautiful way, where the person that is serving the medicine will actually play medicine music or drum or sing to you as you're going through this purge. And so it's a very rich, gorgeous experience. And technically this medicine is not a psychedelic, but it is very psychedelic. It's a trip, and it just is so gorgeous. So the medicine, after you purge, you probably lay on the ground and feel a lot of things, maybe really cold or really hot or really sleepy or just exhausted. Usually I just feel exhausted, and you just kind of lay on the ground, let it happen. And then after a little bit, you'll kind of come back and be kind of reborn. And so this medicine isn't only working on you, working with you in that couple of hours that you're sitting in the ceremony. For me, the medicine actually, now when I'm looking back, I can see that the medicine started to work on me, through me, with me, about a week and a half before I actually sat with the medicine the first time. And from my experience, how it has been is that the medicine literally brings up in your life events and things that will trigger all of the stuff that you need to release. So for me, just so many things got triggered, so many things where it's just like the sun is now shined on that darkness, on that thing, on those patterns, on that trauma, and now I'm really seeing it. And so before you even go to the ceremony, these things will start to come up that are going to be released. And then throughout the ceremony, you can set your intentions on what you're trying to release, what you know needs to come through you. And as well, the medicine will really show you what is being released. It will show you what is coming out of you. And then in the days and weeks following, it is totally incredible, because afterwards, it's not only that you've had this physical release of, whatever is coming out of your body, but as well, afterwards you will find, or I found, that there's entire programmings, entire thought patterns and behaviors and ways of thinking, ways of seeing that just were completely gone from my mind and literally didn't make any sense anymore. Like I would have a thought pop up, and it was just like, whoa, I was thinking that thought over and over again, and it's just like, oh my goodness, I had no idea that thought was actually coming from this trauma. I had no idea that was something that I was perpetuating, of this trauma that was like living through me. And so the release is just on every level: physical, emotional, spiritual, mental. It just takes it out of you, and the trauma is literally gone. And this looks and feels different each time. So I've sat with Kambô 3 times now. Once was about a month ago, and then twice were a couple weeks ago. And those were back-to-back 2 days in a row. And so on the first time that I sat with Kambô, afterward, I felt absolutely incredible, amazing. Like my symptoms were completely gone for like 2 days. I felt absolutely amazing. I felt complete and total bliss. Something else about the medicine is that it really brings you into your body. It really connects you to the present moment and allows you to access this bliss that is always available when you are truly connected to your body, when you are truly embodied and in the present moment. And it really helps to get you out of your mind and into your body, and like just the bliss of breathing, the bliss of everything is so apparent when you are that present. And anyways, so the first time after the medicine, I felt amazing, amazing, amazing. And so then for the second time I sat with the medicine, a couple of weeks before the medicine, all of these things started happening in my life. Every fear and deepest thing triggered, just absolutely triggered. And I knew though that like this is how the medicine works, and I'm here for it. I asked to be shown, I asked to release it. So I just had to like stay open to that. And honestly, it was really intense, really intense, all the stuff that came up. And like even in the few days right before the ceremony, just building to this kind of intensity of this stuff that needed to be released, that was part of my dis-ease in my body. And so of those back-to-back ceremonies, the first day afterward, honestly, I felt exhausted, I felt drained, and I was just like kind of still in the darkness of it, still going through that fear. And I was really working with some fear that was coming up, and it was still very present after that first day. And I even started getting worried, like maybe the medicine isn't working, all this fear. And that is part of the medicine. And so then on the next day, I brought all my fear, all of my, worry and whatever. And I intended to release it. And I had the most amazing release on that second day afterwards. Oh, it was like, oh my goodness, I remember I'm back in my body, I'm back in my love, I'm back in this being who is the real me. And just coming out of that fear, coming back, like being like completely reborn out of the darkness. And oh my goodness, yeah, again, the next several days were just so much bliss. Just like all I wanted to do was sit outside and just breathe. And like I just coming inside was like, that makes no sense, because I just felt so connected to nature and just so amazing and good to just be outside, to just be with everything, with the universe. So a very gorgeous, beautiful, magical psychedelic experience. I can't tell you how beautiful. And so right now I'm in a kind of partnership with the medicine. I'm going to be sitting with this medicine every month for the foreseeable future, because I am just in this container with it, and it's doing this amazing work on me. And so I've been moving through a lot of darkness and a lot of light, and just really experiencing the full range of feeling, the full range of contrast and all of the experience that we come here for. And it's like I'm sitting again next week, and things are starting to come up. I'm starting to see, okay, yep, here's a thing you're gonna have to release, here's something you're gonna have to release. And it's just so beautiful, because the medicine is so loving and nurturing, and it wants to work with you, it wants to heal you. And it's just always different what that means. So another thing that this has really brought up for me is that healing is not linear. It is not linear. It's a huge mess sometimes. And the medicine, and when you release these toxins and purge all of this energetic trauma and all of this stuff, it doesn't necessarily always feel good. It doesn't necessarily always make your symptoms feel better right away. Sometimes it actually makes things feel worse because it's coming up to be released. And sometimes, yes, it makes it feel better. But a real challenge of the medicine that I've been finding for myself is releasing those expectations of, I want this to make me feel better right now. And really opening to the fact that I know that this medicine is healing me. I trust in this medicine, and I am open to healing, and I'm open to allowing it to work on me in its divine timing in the way that it needs to. And realizing that, yes, maybe it's gonna feel worse for a little bit, and then maybe it's gonna feel better, and maybe it's gonna feel worse again. But really anchoring in that trust that this medicine is cosmically intelligent. It knows what it's releasing. It does everything all by itself, and we don't have to control it. And also releasing that control is really part of the medicine of this trust and this beautiful experience. So I'm feeling so much gratitude that this medicine is available to us in this time, that this medicine is here for us in this reality, and that it's so available. It's becoming very popular in the United States, and I'm sure that anywhere you are, you'll be able to find a way to access this medicine if it's calling to you. And yeah, it's just so magical. And I've been doing so much shadow work and so much healing work and inner work over the last year. And all of that has been so powerful. And this just fits together so perfectly because it just feels like that extra help of physically dislodging the trauma, physically like just removing whatever needs to come out and letting it be released so that your body can return to its natural state of harmony and ease and health and vitality and wellness. So if you are curious about this medicine, if you want to talk about it more, definitely send me a message and I would be so happy to talk to you about it. I'm like just the biggest fan of this medicine and I'm so excited to keep moving with it and working with it and growing and learning and just experiencing all of this beautiful healing and expansion that can be found through working with this gorgeous medicine. And I will definitely be sharing more of my journey as it unfolds here with you, and I look forward to everything that is coming. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being here with me. I love you so much.